Could happen if winter keeps its grip on western New York. Also tonight, Albany giving the NFTA a shot in the arm. What this could mean for your commute. And shoppers beware, another massive data breach at a popular department store. How you can protect yourself.
Now with 7 First Alert weather, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
You are looking at a live picture from Buffalo's Polonia district. The Dyngus Day Parade just about ready to get started, and with all the wacky weather we've been having, it's turning out to be a pretty nice day out there. Good evening. So get outside, enjoy it while you can, because big changes are on the horizon. We're talking wind and even some snow for midweek. Meteorologist Andy Parker is tracking your 7 First Alert most accurate forecast. Andy.
Yeah, you talked about the skiing season. Well, it may not be over just yet. We're looking at the clouds that came in after a lot of sunshine today. Temperatures got close to 40 degrees, 37 right now at the airport. Still a bit breezy, but in the buildings of downtown Buffalo, not going to be a bad evening. You do not have to worry about any rain unless you're along the parade route, and then it's going to be all those super soakers. The winds of change are coming through, and it's not going to be tomorrow, but it's going to be really the Tuesday night through Wednesday evening. If you have plans on Wednesday, it's a hold on to your hats day. We're going to be sent into the 50s and then back down to snow by midweek. Winds of this magnitude, 60 miles an hour, they do a lot more than just cause a bad hair day or bitter wind chills. We're into the branches broken and even some snapped trees once we see that 50+ mile an hour mark reached. This is going to be an all-day event on Wednesday. The morning is going to be the worst time, I think, as we transition to the afternoon. We'll reach the peak. We'll be watching all of this. There's even thunderstorms in this forecast. It's going to change almost minute by minute. I'll have it for you straight ahead.
Okay, thanks, Andy. But sunshine for Dyngus Day 2018, a day when everyone is Polish, as Western New York celebrates the end of the Lenten season. The highlight of the event, of course, the parade, which kicked off just moments ago in Buffalo's Polonia district. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Bueller is there now in the heart of it all. You're looking great, Hannah.
Ashley, I had to bust out the flower crown for yet another Dyngus Day here in Buffalo, one of my favorite holidays and one of Western New York's very favorite holidays. And if you thought that there were a lot of people here in the past, you have no clue how many people are down here on Buffalo's east side right now. I'm told by organizer Eddie Dobashevitz that there are between 40 and 50,000 people packed down here, ready to watch the parade and celebrate Dyngus Day. That parade, as you mentioned, just started. It goes down Broadway. And really all day, people have been out enjoying the festivities, from the Broadway market, where the smells of Polish sausage overpowered the area, to Cheektowaga for live polka and dancing. There is nothing like Buffalo on Dyngus Day. And the red and white brings out crowds to the east side of Buffalo, something revelers say is good for the community.
It's the best place down here. Everybody's happy, everybody's fun, everybody's in a good atmosphere, and everybody's positive. That's the best thing about it. And it's good for the community, you know what I mean? We give back, we donate, we do all kinds of stuff for this area.
Now, Paul Grazioplane, who you just heard from, is from Battaglia. He's been coming here for the past 8 years. He sells Polish gear for those who want a little extra red and white. And as you mentioned, everyone is Polish on Dyngus Day, and that parade has just started. And I'm told that a lot of people are getting sprayed in the crowd. Lots of people are wet out there from all the squirt guns. I remain dry here on the stage, but we'll see what happens later. Reporting live from Buffalo's Dyngus Day, Hannah Bueller, 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh, I'm glad you're staying dry out there, Hannah. Have fun. And we invite you to join us for Dyngus Day Diary, our half-hour special celebrating everything Dyngus and the proud Polish culture we have here in Western New York. Join 7 First Alert meteorologist Autumn Lewandowski along with Eddie Dobashevitz live from Polonia at 7 tonight. Well, the unusually cold March and now April isn't all bad news, especially if you like to go skiing or snowboarding. Holiday Valley in Ellicottville is still open, and there is even talk of extending this season even more. The earliest the resort has ever closed was on March 18th, 2012. The latest closing came on April 15th in 2001. And this year, the resort could come pretty close to tying or even breaking that record. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley has more now from ski country.
It's absolutely fabulous. We skied yesterday on Easter Sunday, and we're out here again today.
I think this is probably the latest we've ever gotten to ski.
It is springtime and the first week of April, but today a lot of people swapped their Easter bonnets for ski boots to hit the slopes at Holiday Valley.
This is the icing on the cake this year. You know, we've had a great winter, started early back in Thanksgiving, but to have this last 2 weeks, we call it after Mardi Gras weekend, it's a bonus.
This has turned out to be one of the best spring skiing seasons ever for the resort.
Well, we had a day off. It's a beautiful day in Buffalo, and we knew that there was a few runs still open, so we thought we would get back into skiing.
Normally, Holiday Valley closes the slopes this coming weekend, but what about this year?
We're thinking about having a bonus weekend. I think that'll be the 14th and 15th, so stay tuned on that. It might happen.
For the approximately 40 businesses in Ellicottville, the Spring Ski Stampede is great news. But is it enough to make up for some disappointing winter seasons in the past?
Well, I wouldn't say it makes up for those bad winters, no. They're muted now because our summers are so strong and our falls.
Like communities everywhere, small business in Ellicottville faces challenges as some close due to retirement and others shut down because of people skipping brick and mortar stores to shop more online. But Ellicottville has developed itself into a four-season destination. There are actually more bookings during the summer than during the winter.
We just came off of record accommodations last year for the whole 12 months. And most notably, a record in the third and fourth quarter. So our falls are huge.
And as we saw, some are very anxious for warm weather events to get underway. So the big question now, how much longer will the snow hang around? While it's great news for skiers, people who like spring sports like golfing are wondering just how much longer they're going to have to wait to tee off. At Holiday Valley, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
Brand new tonight at 5, embattled local healthcare practice CCS Oncology and Healthcare has filed for bankruptcy. It comes 1 week after the FBI raided several CCS offices across western New York. The company said the filing will allow it to continue day-to-day patient care while also allowing it to address a large debt load. CCS Oncology is accused of defaulting on more than $16 million worth of payments to Bank of America. New York State has a new on-time budget, just beating the April 1st deadline over the weekend. Lawmakers worked well into the night to pass the $168 billion spending plan. Part of the budget will also go towards helping you commute around Buffalo more easily. The state is awarding $9 million in capital funds to the NFTA for upgrades on the city's light rail system. We get more on that now from 7 Eyewitness News reporter Josh Bazan.
You know, only two systems in New York have rail systems.
When it comes to getting money from Albany for Buffalo's Metro rail system, the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority doesn't always get the attention it thinks it deserves.
And trying to get recognition from that in New York or in the state, especially on the budgeting line, has been challenging.
Which is why the $9 million set aside for the Metro Rail in this year's state budget is so important. The NFTA will add it to the Capital Projects Fund and use the money to repair escalators, elevators, and rail cars.
Well, all of these programs are in place, but some of them have remained unfunded. And what this does, it allows us to put them into a funded category and actually move forward with putting them into place. When we're in a situation like we are with so many capital needs, having an influx of $9 million makes a big difference. We can move forward and create safety and enhancements.
And while the NFTA looks into expanding the Metro Rail to Amherst, keeping up with these needed improvements is important to the survival of that vision.
But when you start to look at expansion, there's criteria that you need to meet in order to get federal funding. And federal funding is a critical component of any type of expansion.
Being able to maintain the current rail system is one element considered before handing out federal money for projects like the Metro Rail expansion. In Buffalo, Josh Bazan, 7 Eyewitness News.
Well, tonight, a huge victory for the Seneca Babcock community. A judge has ordered the shutdown of Battaglia Demolition. This in response to a 2016 lawsuit accusing the company of operating without permits and violating environmental standards. For years, neighbors have said the dust, noise, and odors from the concrete crushing plant made living nearby unbearable. The judge is also holding the owner, Peter Battaglia, liable for penalties. A student in the Holland School District is under arrest, charged with making a terroristic threat at school. The sheriff's office says it happened last week. Investigators determined the threat was not credible and no one was ever in any danger. A City of Tonawanda man is facing a number of charges after police say he sexually abused a minor. The suspect is identified as 31-year-old Corey Villa. He's charged with rape, endangering the welfare of a child, and promoting the obscene sexual performance of a child under the age of 17. This arrest was the result of an investigation that was reported to police last month. Well, right now, Buffalo police are trying to find the person who crashed their car into City Honors School. Police say the crash happened early yesterday afternoon, and it caused significant damage to the south side of the building. You can see one of the windows is actually boarded up. Police say the driver ran off. Anyone with information at all is encouraged to contact Buffalo police. Amherst police are looking to question any possible witnesses to this weekend crash. Officers say an 18-year-old man slammed into a tree on Capon Boulevard. This happened just after 11 o'clock last night. The victim is being treated for a head injury at ECMC. Police have not released his name. There is only 1 week left to apply to be a firefighter here in the Queen City. The deadline for the 2018 Buffalo Firefighter entry exam is April 9th. The exam is given only once every 4 years. Base pay starts at $35,000 a year. Schools are starting to see cell phones as more of a learning tool than a nuisance. New data shows schools are lifting cell phone bans. The most recent numbers from 2016 show that 2/3 of K-8 schools still ban phones, and 1/3 of high schools. That's down from 90% and 80% respectively back in 2009. Straight ahead on 7 Eyewitness News at 5, one of the world's most famous civil rights pioneers has died. We'll look back on the life of Winnie Mandela. Also ahead, this is no pool toy. No, it's an 11-foot alligator that gave one family quite a scare. And another major security breach, this time involving some popular retailers. We'll take a closer look at ways to protect yourself and your family. But first, the new USS Little Rock is on its way to completing a journey. It all began here in Buffalo back in December. And once again, a live picture from Buffalo's Polonia District. The Dyngus Day Parade now underway. You can watch it now live streaming on our WKBW app. You hear that polka music? We'll be right back. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News at 5.